giant, out of sight, out of my end. The blind leading, the blind leading, the blind. The sign of the giant, out of sight, out of my end. The blind leading, the
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, well, I don't know what to tell you because we are back right here on the Value Wrestling with your Monday Night Raw post show. I am here with the big man, Mr. Z. Of course, you know me. I'm the medium-sized man. I'm the big time. We're going to break down Monday Night Raw. We're going to get it rocking and rolling. We welcome you to the chat. We'll hope you join in the conversation as we talk about tonight's Monday Night Raw to the best of our ability, to the best that we can. Raw tonight, go home show for Crown Jewel. It takes place Saturday. Of course, it'll be early morning in the wee hours here for us. And we're going to have to survive through that. We will have to see how it all plays out. But right now, we are doing this, and then we got Friday Night SmackDown. And then we'll be at Crown Jewel. Mr. Z, your thoughts? To start the show off, how do you feel about tonight's edition of Raw?
I'm 50-50 on it. I mean, you have go home shows and then you have go home shows. So I'm more on board if this was a go home show.
Well, it was a go home show when we started off with Jey Uso in the ring. We got a playback of everything that went down on Friday here. And we also got Jey in the ring. He talks about losing his title, had some bloodline family drama, had to retaliate, so he went to SmackDown. There's only one person he wants to talk to tonight, and that's Jimmy. Jimmy comes out, and we see the Uso boys reunite. Jey says that it ain't the ones either. The last time he saw Jimmy was half a year ago when they fought each other. Mania, a lot has happened since then. They know us now. We don't confuse the two. They know who Jimmy is and who Jey is. Watch this. Jey gets a yeet. He became IC champ, just him. None of them titles, top being Jimmy's twin brother. He means that Jimmy goes for a hug, but Jey puts his hand out, says they still got to fix stuff. This go round, if they do this, they ain't nobody's do boys. They not some side piece. They not just yes men. They are the Usos. Of course, this is when the Tama and Tongaleo come out to attack. They take him down. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. They take control until Solo makes the order and Jacob runs in for the attack. The Usos get better of all, and the Bloodline leave the ring as security runs down to hold them. In the back, we come back from Pierce yelling on the phone, talking to Aldis, telling him to keep control of his damn roster. We didn't send Judgment Day where Pierce tells Dom he's going to take on Damian Priest, a former world champion. So we open the show with Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso. We get that moment. And then we got the Judgment Day situation here. Jey and Jimmy, a good return moment here. We'll just have to see how it plays out. Judgment Day, I don't know why we had to go with Damian Priest here. I figured that's who it was going to be. Just didn't do much for Dom and Priest to wrap up again. But hey, you know, why not? Mr. Z, your thoughts?
I kind of feel like if they would have, I don't know, to some reason, if Ray wasn't involved with the tag team tournament, I feel like it probably would have been Ray. I would have been okay with Ray, just so Ray can get his hands on Dom again, just so they can do whatever they do. I'm not a big fan of Damian mixing it up with the Judgment Day anymore. I thought we were done with that. He handled Priest. Well, he handled Balor. Balor's done. I thought we were done, but I guess not.
And Jey and Jimmy have reunited in their own little way, and we'll get more into that in a second. We opened the first match with Sheamus taking on Ludwig Kaiser. In the end, a kick to the gut, chop from Kaiser, enziguri to the ropes, running high knee from Sheamus, bro kick, 1, 2, 3. Sheamus with the big win here. Match went 9 minutes, 41 seconds. It was a mid-match. Not a whole lot to get excited about, not a whole lot to write home about. It was what it was.
Yeah, solid filler. I mean, who doesn't like seeing Sheamus? I love him or hate him. I've always enjoyed seeing him since day one. Kaiser, it's kind of the do boy. He's kind of the fall guy. I'll take it.
Yeah, no, it was a match. You can enjoy it for what it was. Not a whole lot to get excited about. Sheamus getting a nice win here. From there, we go to Rhea Ripley. We get the video package. She's talking about Liv and Dom and all the mistakes, and Liv's going to have to kill her to stop her, and so we're going to continue the feud between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, or Dora the Explorer, or Big Mommy Cool. Meep, meep. No, I couldn't even hit that right. Meep, meep. Meep, 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 meep. I can't even get it right now. I don't know. I normally can. Right now, I'm just like, meep, meep. Yeah. Meep, 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 meep. We're having too much fun.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I mean, it is a story. We talk about long-term booking. I'm okay with that. They're still going back and forth. This is going to end one way or another. If it doesn't end here, it'll end further down the road. Rumble, hopefully, something to finish this out so we can get a declared winner and work our way to Mania.
Yeah, anyways, that'll be the story there. We'll just have to wait to see if we get more Mommy Cool. Meep, meep. There we go. Anyways, we're backstage with the Usos when Sami Zayn walks in, who we haven't seen in a minute. He's talking to Jay. He asks for some time alone with Jay. Jimmy walks away. Jay and Jimmy have a confrontation where Sammy's pretty much going, "What are you doing? You've been standing on your own." And Jay eventually tells Sammy, "You won't understand because you're not family," leaving Sammy to stand there as Jay walks away. Ooh, okay. Johnny here says, "I'm not bringing up politics. I'm for Donald Trump, but what do you think about NXT moving to the next night on election night? I know they're going to be I'm sure there'll be AEW on Wednesday night if they promote it properly, and it's probably for the best move to move off of election night for them, because it's going to be a hard night to draw anybody when the whole world is going to be really watching this election, whether you're a big person in politics or just somebody, you know, who needs to know, because it's going to be a major shift in what's going on. The climate of America is definitely going to be an interesting situation next Tuesday, not tomorrow Tuesday, but next Tuesday. It's definitely going to be an interesting night. I'm sure people are going to be gathered around their TVs, and I can promise you we're probably going to wind up like we were with the last two elections. This probably won't even be figured out on the main night. We'll be close, but this might run over into the next day and be crazy. So it's going to be interesting on that end.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. That's life.
Yeah.
And you got to think too, it's, you know, if your key demo, because everybody likes to talk about demographics and ratings, if your key demo is focused on election night, you want to make sure you move it to a night where they're not thinking about anything else.
Yeah. NXT going up against AEW on Wednesday night should be an interesting battle. I'm sure WWE and NXT will do better to make sure people know it'll be on Wednesday night, and they'll be there to watch it. So we'll see what happens next Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
From there, Gunther got a promo. They're selling the match for Friday where he's going to team up with Kaiser to take on Cody and Orton. Should be a good, solid match as we get the go-home show for Crown Jewel. Selena Vega, Ivy Nile have a match. Ivy wins. 6 minutes, 32 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you said, nothing to write home about, but I mean, I just watched a stellar women's tag team match late last night.
NXT, yes.
And, oh, yeah. And then I go right into this, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. No disrespect, but damn. Such a change in climate real quick.
Yeah, no.
Of how it went.
there was a match in the American made tried to interfere. That brought down the LWO, and it all just kind of fell to chaos. It's more about the story. We'll have to see how this story plays out in the long term, because you've got American Made, you got the LWO involved in this, you got the Final Testament mixed into the story, and the Wyatt Six. So you got all these different little teams. There's something there, but this was definitely a match. This was more to continue the storyline. Backstage, Jimmy asked Jay how the talk with Sammy went. Jay says he told Sammy he wasn't family. Jimmy says, well, that he ain't. Jay says when Jimmy left, Sammy stepped up. Jimmy wouldn't understand either. Jimmy says he will talk to Sammy. Jay says no, something bad will happen, but Jimmy says he's going to talk to him and it's all going to be good. So off Jimmy goes to go talk to Sammy. Then we get Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is here. Go ahead.
Check the chat. Hey, Johnny. Dominic as a chickenish heel, perfect. He's playing the role of it. People hate him. But Gunther is the ring general. Like, longest reigning Intercontinental Champion.
He's the ring general.
I'd like to see Dom
he's the ring general. He's the king of the ring, and he's the WWE World Champion.
He's trying to get some heat tonight.
I don't even know what to say. Anyways,
go ahead.
Seth Rollins is here. He comes out and he's talking about matches with Reed. Reed comes up on the Titantron. He's backstage outside in front of a truck. He promises Pierce that he wouldn't go into the arena and cause chaos, but if you want to hunt a monster, then he's right here in the parking lot. He invites Seth. Seth's ready. He leaves the ring. As Seth strips down, he heads backstage through the halls where security and Pierce come out. Seth leaps into Reed as security comes to stop them. Seth ends up ends into some barricades, turns Reed sends a flying onto a car, and then sets Rollins up for some crates. Seth then sends the door of the truck into Reed again. Reed on the car, stomped to Reed into the hood of the car. Seth turns to the cam and says the world has forgotten what he's capable of, and this was a reminder, but it's just a little taste. Behind him, Reed is up. He sends some security guys flying. Seth with a running knee, a super kick, then a crate to the head. Seth hops into the back of the truck. Reed grabs a trash can and just tosses at Seth's head. Reed gets into the back of the truck. He then sends Seth into the wall of the truck. Firemen carry into a Death Valley driver through some tables from the back of a semi-truck trailer through some tables, laying out Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is definitely going to be hurt going into the match on Saturday. But what a great moment here, making Bronson Reed look stellar. And Seth Rollins looking like the insane, I'm willing to die to get the victory here.
Yeah, I mean, we got a piece of, it looks like we got like just a small piece of Seth Rollins when he was invading NXT trying to call out Triple H. That's what we got, like a small hint of, like he's willing to do anything and everything to finish the job.
Yes.
But Reed, absolute savage. I love it. That's the Bronson Reed we like to see. I'm excited for this match. I can't wait to see this one.
No, they're doing some great stuff here, so we'll have to see how it plays out going forward. But yeah, it's going to be a good match on Saturday. Backstage, we have R-Truth with Alpha Academy talking about Master Gables and how they can't say that on TV. And here comes The Miz to apologize to Truth. Alpha Academy tells Truth not to listen. Truth tells him he's got to talk to The Miz alone. They do the pose, and Truth tells Miz he's got something to give The Miz. Then he slaps the shit out of The Miz. It was great. And then he tells Miz good luck with the Wyatt family, and then walks away and sees Pete Dunne. Truth walks by, says, "What's up, Butch? Have you seen Pete?" So we see what's next for R-Truth and Butch, Pete Dunne in the future here.
Yeah,
great stuff.
Let's not call him Butch.
R-Truth out here doing his thing, like, "Oh, Miz, we're friends." Yeah, smack. It was great.
Yeah.
Anyways, the tag team.
Archus and Pete Dunne. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
That'll be a nice little series. I'll take it.
Anyways, it's time for the tag team tournament to continue as Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, the LWO, take on the War Raiders and the New Day. And this is a classic battle between all three of these teams. Eventually, American Made came down and interfered. Chad Gable costing Rey the way out. Kofi gets distracted. He gets double teamed by the War Raiders. Clothesline off the top rope into a German for a pin. 1, 2, 3. The War Raiders are your big winners and move on in this match. Woods and Kofi having some issues outside. A lot of storylines in this match. As American Made is messing with the LWO. Kofi and Woods having their issues. So, yeah, a lot there to digest. And the War Raiders move on, which is probably the right decision here. War Raiders versus the Judgment Day should be a solid tag team title match.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, the War Raiders finally back to what they once were, getting the namesake back, which is beautiful. Triple H righting a wrong, that's for sure. Now the name matches, they look serious, minus the interference. We're getting a good push on what's going to happen to the New Day. I'm all for it. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing who turns on who, or are they going to pull the trigger with Woods at some point during a big encounter? I'm curious.
Anyways, we wind up outside with Jimmy Uso, who's still looking for Sami Zayn. He's approached by Jay, who asks if he found Sami. Then he goes, yeah. And they look out to a parking lot where we see Solo Sikoa talking with one Sami Zayn's in what looked like a friendly conversation. So the story has another twist. What is going on with Sami Zayn? Why is he talking to Solo? What is happening here? What is going to be down with Jimmy and Jay? What is the story here? Who's doing what dirty work here? There's too many secrets. And of course, we know that The Rock showed up on last SmackDown, and he currently showed up on this week's SmackDown, because this week's SmackDown was pre-recorded. So there's a lot going on. So we're going to have to keep our eyes and ears peeled as we move forward. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. If you're here, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. All the likes help us out and help us progress. This is your Monday Night Raw review show. I'm the big time. That is Mr. Z. If you weren't here for Sunday's show, I don't know what to tell you, but Mr. Clarke is no longer with us due to personal reasons. He has stepped away. Doesn't mean he won't be back, but for now, it is just the two-man power trip of me and Mr. Z carrying this on our backs, and we're going to be here every Monday, every Friday with your SmackDown and your Raw post-show reviews. Tuesdays, Mr. Z is still going to bring you the New Japan Rebound podcast, and this Tuesday, of course, he's bringing you the first two nights of the Super Juniors Tag League, where there's some great action, a deep dive into all of that. Not a New Japan Pro Wrestling deep dive that he does gloriously, to bring you a real deep dive into some of the great things that happen in the world of New Japan Pro Wrestling, some of the great talent over there. But we're going to have night one up on Tuesday, and hopefully by Thursday we'll get you night two, or we got night 1 and 2 in part 1, and hopefully by Thursday we'll have part 2, which will be nights 3 and 4 of this incredible tournament. If you're a New Japan fan or not a New Japan fan and want to learn a little bit about New Japan, tune in, check it out. It'll be a fun time. And then Friday SmackDown, as always. Saturday morning we will get out this week in wrestling history. Sorry, I used to do this date wrestling history, and now we've made it into this week in wrestling history. That'll come out on Saturday morning. There'll be no Crown Jewel review. Crown Jewel will have to postpone until Sunday when we do the weekly roundup podcast. We'll break down everything that went on at Crown Jewel. But then, because Saturday night at 5 p.m. in Lodi, California, the doors are going to open to the Realm of Warriors Championship Wrestling with a bell time of 6 p.m. for the first bell. Me and Mr. Z will probably be up there, leaving here about 2:30, get up there around 3, get everything set up, get everything pretty, make sure all of our sounds and qualities are working. And we're going to be streaming a commentary so you can watch us talk about the show. Hopefully we'll get some interviews, some people will talk to us. Maybe Jerry the Gigolo won't fear the value of wrestling anymore, or maybe Chima will force him to sit down and talk to us. Hopefully we'll get a word from Chima as THC, the High Council, are going to take on I forget who they're taking on off the top of my head. My mind just totally blanked.
Oh yeah, mine too. I had it up here earlier too. Come on now. Uh-oh. Yeah, no, it's not up here. Come on, Seabiscuit.
I don't know if Seabiscuit's in this match. But Rebel Warriors Championship Wrestling Fall Fury. We have Too Fresh taking on the High Council for the for the Realm of Warriors Tag Team Champions. And then, of course, Midas Creed will take on Mr. Z's a favorite star in California, I think, since the retirement of AJ Kirsch. El Chupacabra. Then you have Jerry the Gigolo is going to be there taking on Brandon Humphrey, who seems to be trying to dig up a lot of dirt and stir up the Realm of Warriors, or the Warriors of the Realms. Damian Drake and Jordan Oasis will go one-on-one in a Kindle Stick Lumberjack match. The 209 Click will take on the Bike Club. Michael Hayashi against the Mighty Myra in action. And, of course, the main event is a fatal four-way. Tarzan Duran tying it up with Kenny K. Giuseppe Parseus. Paris.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
Isopia, Lusupia. I don't know if that's well, that's got to be an I. Isopia, I don't know. And then Rancho Camacho, not Camacho, but Rancho Camacho. I don't know if he's in relation to Camacho, but we'll have to ask if we get a chance. That's Realm of Warriors Championship Wrestling Fall Fury at Lodi Great Festival Grounds in Lodi, California on Saturday, November 2nd. A great time there. And that is your card for that show. Of course, Monday Night in Raw ended on a basic match. You had Damian Priest versus Dominic Mysterio. Eventually, Judgment Day came down to interfere. Priest attacks Carlito with the chair again across the back. Again to Carlito. Dom gets a roll-up pin on Priest. And we get a 1, 2, 3. Priest grabs Dom by the boot, drags him into a razor's edge. Priest grabs the chair and attacks Dom across the back. Priest is unhappy. A massive, he took Dom so far up. Dom almost hit the rafters on that South of Heaven. But Dominic Mysterio gets a win, but he doesn't look like a winner in the end because, Damian Priest let loose. That South of Heaven was massive. That was probably the best part of the night. The match was mid. All the interference just kind of killed it. Raw was mid. I think they could have done something a little better, made it a little more fun, but yeah, it is what it is. It is a go-home show. Hopefully SmackDown is going to be a little more hyped because there's a lot of stuff going on there. We know Cody and Randy are going to take on Gunther and Kaiser. The Bloodline Temu version and the original Bloodline OTC will be there. A lot going down, a lot going to happen. It's going to be a crazy time this Friday. And, of course, Saturday, Crown Jewel, big night, the big belts, the big fancy overrated belts will be on the line. So that'll be a fun time. It'll be a glorious time. And, of course, Saturday night, me and Mr. Z are going to be at Lodi for Realm of Warriors Championship Wrestling, which will be a great time.
Oh yeah, definitely. And to the whole thing with Dom and Priest, he just beat the brakes off him with that chair. I was like, okay, I'm okay with that. That razor's edge folded him in half. I was like, hey, he threw that really beautifully, but the South of Heaven, oof. I'm like, yeah, no. Great flight, hard landing. Uh-oh.
Anyways, we talked about this yesterday, and now there's a bulletin out here. I hate to cut you off, but we talked about TNA trying to induct Monty Brown and AJ Styles into the TNA Hall of Fame, and it came up in a lot of reports that WWE declined TNA's request to induct AJ Styles into the TNA Hall of Fame. This is what all the big reports are about across all the platforms I heard today. From top to bottom, it almost seemed. Maybe a few. I don't know. I can't say I heard it from Fightful. I will spare Fightful, and I don't know if JD reported on it, but I know a lot of other places had made this report that WWE declined TNA's request to induct AJ Styles into the TNA Hall of Fame. We heard that the partnership between TNA and WWE have been canceled for some reason. A lot of talks about this. AJ Styles just posted at V of X saying, "I'm still an active wrestler, I hope." I made the decision not to go into the TNA Hall of Fame, not WWE. I appreciate TNA, but I don't want to go into any Hall of Fame as long as I'm still an active wrestler. My choice. I guess it did come down from, I guess Fightful did report that WWE declined TNA's request, because it does seem like in this report it says Fightful select. So, yeah. Also,
right.
coming out of TNA and Fightful.
Well, I mean, well, go ahead. Finish up.
Also coming out of TNA and
Fightful, you're good.
Fightful Select. In the last 2 minutes, it looks like medical updates have come out. Chris Bay is recovering at the hospital following a surgery for the neck injury suffered at Sunday night's event. He had an MRI procedure on Monday. He was resting in the hospital room Monday night, joking, talking about Bound for Glory and good spirits. Chris will be in Detroit for a few days, and family members have joined him, along with TNA wrestling management and wrestlers who are staying in Detroit. Chris is under professional care and supervision at a local medical staff, has been in contact with his personal doctor. Vikingo returned to Detroit hotel Sunday night after being treated at the hospital for a right knee injury. He is on crutches and wearing a leg brace. Vikingo flew home to Mexico on Monday, where he will be examined and treated by specialists there. So that's coming out of there too.
Wow. All right.
So
that's a lot of injuries.
Yes,
Hopefully they all heal up.
AJ, I'm glad AJ came out and announced that it was he who made the choice. So that takes the heat off. Of course, the haters are going to say, "Oh, he's just saying it to cover butt of WWE." But I would think that would be AJ's call, and I don't think AJ's wanting to go in any Hall of Fames. Go ahead.
Breaking news: 6-man tag for Crown Jewel, OG Bloodline and Timu Bloodline.
I was going to say right into that before.
Yeah,
I was looking right at that. I was going to say that before you put a finger up. I had that all right here.
Yeah.
So Crown Jewel, you're going to have OTC with the Usos taking on some variation of Solo, Jacob Fatu, and the Tongas. It doesn't exactly say who. It just shows a picture of them, but that is going down at Crown Jewel. That just got announced. So that'll be a good match that may lead into what we're going to get in Survivor Series. So we're going to have to wait and see. So.
Oh, man.
That is your Monday Night Raw review. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about, not a whole lot to get excited about. We had some people come through. Here. I got to the slow Monday.
Yeah, still coming through.
Monday wasn't the best Monday. So I mean, we're kind of in a stagnant point. We're trying to do this Crown Jewel thing. Then we're going to jump right into the Survivor Series, and then it'll be fun because we'll start to build the road to the Royal Rumble. That'll be the next big thing. Of course, Royal Rumble is going to be a ways away since it's on February 1st, I believe, this year. So it's going to be a hot minute before we get to the Rumble after Survivor Series. We have about 2 months to get through before we get there. I don't know if there'll be a pay-per-view in between. I don't know if we'll get a. Did you go swimming today? You got swimmers here?
No, just my ears acting up.
So it should be a fun time. Superstar Shinsuke Nakamura is going to return to Japan on January 1st at Pro Wrestling Noah. That is definitely going to be something worth watching. A lot of things going down. Of course, AEW Dynamite's this Wednesday, so get ready for that. And if you haven't heard, Big AJ of the Costco guys is going to take on QT Marshall at Full Gear's 0 hour. You don't act surprised.
I know you sent that, and I was like, no.
Yes.
I know, just still. Why?
Yes. It's happening.
Maybe they'll book you. Maybe they'll book you. They'll put you and Jekyll's 1-on-1.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. And then we'll put you in there with Brian Cage and Lance Archer in a handicap match. Not just because you're wearing a boot, but it'll be a handicap match.
No, I'll pull a Drew Carey. I'll hop over the top rope and walk out and just have him count me out. That ain't happening. I'm out of there.
Fine, we'll do a
I want to
lumberjack.
live.
We'll do a lumberjack match with the rest of the members of the Don Callis family. Then you can
would like to live.
You can get up close with the Proto Star, the Ken doll ripoff. Mr. 1980s is calling the I Wish I Was Orange Cassidy, Kyle Fletcher, and Takeshna. Takeshna is probably the one you might want to be more scared of. I mean, that might. And you know what? Just for fun,
I'm waiting for the date. Oh no!
Just for fun, we'll make Down and Callis partner up with Chris Jericho, and the Learning Tree can be down there. So you can also have the Bad Apple and the Big Redwood himself helping surround the ring to make sure you stay in this ring for this handicap match. No, I'm not going to let you out easy.
Anybody but the Learning Tree.
And I got you one better. You're going to have a special guest referee. Okada.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh.
So in the middle of the match, he can look at you and go,
he won't count to 3.
Bitch. 1.
Yeah,
2,
exactly.
Bitch.
Yeah, exactly. That's what would happen.
Yeah.
I'll be in there begging and telling them, I'm sorry I said all the things I said.
And then Tony Khan, the whole time you're wrestling on the big screen, is going to be Time Cop. Anywho, yeah, you wanna put me in there. I'll book you in a match.
Well, I mean, it's just Jekyll's. I mean, he only took a forearm shiver. I mean,
I was violently attacked.
Never mind.
I was violently attacked by a man that I did nothing to. Okay, you get in the ring and get choppy because you want to. I was doing a job that I was asked to do. I did nothing to this man, and he chopped me, or did chop me. He elbowed me. So.
Well, I was gonna say then if whenever, hopefully, and this is just hopefully, when Collectible Stampede has another event, there's more security and there has been some repercussions. So we'll find out when that happens again.
Well, I'm looking
forward to that.
What I understand, Jekyll's has been on suspension at least recently from everywhere. So we shall see. We'll see when the next Collectible Stampede show is. It should be a great night when that goes down. Still waiting for word on that. Can't wait to hear from our buddy over there. Other than that, you never know when the next Choppy World Tour is going to take place. Could it take place this Saturday at Realm Warriors Fall of Fury? Will there be the right people there to step up and sign their name into the Choppy Hall of Fame? Will we get the Stoner Brothers to finally show up? Are we going to get the meet and greet with the Stoner Boys? Will we get them on the channel? Will we get them to get the double chop, stereo chops? You could be in for a night.
Oh.
I'm just waiting for one Mr. Kratos to show up back in the local area. You know, when he doesn't have anything to do and decides
he's busy. He's a busy man. We need to make sure he stays busy.
Mr. Kratos, you know what? It's time for a vacation. Let's take a trip down memory road. SPW has a big event coming up in April. I mean, hey, why not stop by on the 4th April, the 4th Sunday in April for SPW's 25th anniversary show. That should be a star-studded night for a great choppy. That'll be something special. But who knows? Anytime somebody could show up. I mean,
man,
you never know.
Well, we don't have to worry about Jerry the Gigolo because he fears Value of Wrestling. You don't want no part of it.
No. But hey, you never know who's going to sign up on that choppy block. So it'll be a fun time. And then we got the 3rd Sunday of this month, Still Hungry. Supreme Pro Wrestling, Still Hungry, going to take place. The Soccer World Indoor Arena, Elk Grove, California. Major event going to take place, Still Hungry for SPW. It's going to be a fun time. Can't wait to see that card come together, everything come together for that. And it's going to be streamed right here on YouTube, on the value of wrestling, but the thing is, you want to come out and be in attendance and join in the fun because it's a rowdy crowd. It's one of the best crowds you're going to find in independent wrestling. So you want to come out for that show live, and then watch it live as you're there live. A lot of people were doing that. A lot of people after the show came out, go, I was watching you guys while we watched the show. It was great to be able to have both. So, and we get that a lot. If people like the commentating and watching the show, it makes it fun. You're not going to get that at a WWE show. If you go to an AEW show,
Tony, that's the real Time Cop experience.
Yes, that is true.
They're able to watch themselves and listen to commentary.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, we're gonna have an amazing show coming up on the 17th. Everything's coming together. So the value wrestling is growing.
Oh yeah,
we're a developing brand. We're just getting better, stronger, and we're gonna take over the world, whether you like it or not. We're here to stay. We're here to make some noise, and we're making that noise. We're getting heard. Our name's getting recognized across the board. Look for us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. There's a whole LinkedIn and all the bio information on the page. So yeah, no, the TikTok's hot and live. We are updating the TikTok constantly. The Instagram is right there with it. Go over there and join all of it. Stay on top of everything that's going on, because Instagram, TikTok are going to be the first place you're going to see things that are very much going to be right here on YouTube, especially this Saturday. We're probably going to have a lot of stuff on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube across the board to keep up with everything. It's going to be busy. It's going to be fun. So we hope you come out and join us. Mr. Z, is there anything else you want to say about tonight or anything going forward before we get out of here? All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, keep an eye out for tomorrow, because that's a hell of a show.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give you that beautiful music or video package we got. I can't stop playing it because it's just that damn good. And we're going to get out of here. We're going to tell you good night.
Sign of the times, out of sight, out of mind.